to put poison in your wine. Your wife is trying to kill you.
$50,000. Cash. Tonight. A few drops in the red wine at his seat. That's all. He drinks, his heart stops, everyone calls it a tragedy. Girls like you don't get offers like this twice.
Okay, I'll do it.
How dare you! You burst into my party and accuse my wife of murder?
She cornered me in the kitchen 15 minutes ago. She gave me money in a vial and told me to poison your wine.
Security, get this lunatork out of here.
Charles, darling, I have never seen this woman in my life. She's clearly insane. Throw her out before she ruins our whole evening. Then what's this? She handed me this in your kitchen. That proves nothing. She could have brought those herself. That's $50,000 cash. Do I look like I carry that around?
Bernard, you run my staff. Did you see any of this?
Mr. Ashford, I'm sorry. She paid me to put that girl on the wine station tonight. I didn't know why, I swear.
Bernard, shut your mouth!
You told him to use her. You set it all up.
The waitress who threw herself across that table was named Grace, and 10 seconds before she did it, she was holding enough money to change her entire life. The woman in the diamonds, Vivian Ashford, had cornered her in the kitchen and offered her $50,000 in cash to put 3 drops of poison in her own husband's wine. Vivian had looked at Grace's worn uniform and her tired face and assumed what people like her always assume, that a poor woman will do anything for money. She was wrong about that. What Vivian didn't know was that Grace recognized the name Ashford the moment she heard it. 12 years earlier, Grace's father had been a laid-off factory worker with a sick wife and no prospects. A man every employer in the city had turned away as too old and too broken. One company gave him a job when no one else would. A second chance that paid for the medicine that kept Grace's mother alive for 3 was Charles Ashford. He never remembered the name of one warehouse worker among thousands. But that warehouse worker had a daughter, and she never forgot the family that saved hers. So when Vivian pressed that vial into her hand, Grace made her choice in a single second. She faked the smile. She took the poison. And then she ran, not to kill the man, but to save the life of the only person who had ever shown her family mercy when they had nothing. She didn't even know yet that he was the same Ashford. She only knew a man was about to be murdered, and she would not let it happen on her watch. The connection she discovered later, only Ashford was arrested in her $10,000 gown in front of 40 guests and charged with conspiracy and attempted murder. The maitre d' who took her money to plant Grace at the wine station turned state's witness to save himself, and his testimony, combined with the cash and the vial Grace had kept, buried Vivian completely. The prenup she tried to murder her way around became the least of her problems. She traded a comfortable divorce for a concrete cell, and Charles Ashford, the morning after a stranger saved his life, sat down and finally listened to her whole story, and realized he had been saved by the daughter of a man he'd given a chance to and forgotten 12 years before. He did not offer her a reward, because a reward felt like an insult. He offered her a future. He put her through the business school she'd never been able to afford. And the woman who had spent her life carrying trays for people who looked through her now sits on the board of one of his companies. The debt his kindness created 12 years ago came back in the worst moment of his life to save it. But here's the part I keep turning over. Grace had $50,000 in her hand and a guaranteed way to never be caught. No cameras on the deal, no witnesses, a man she didn't even know yet. Every practical reason in the world said, take the money and walk. And she threw it all away in 1 second to save a stranger's life. So ask yourself honestly, before you answer too fast. In that kitchen, with that much money and no one watching, are you as sure as you'd like to be about what you would have done?
Stop!